Hi everyone, my name is Nigel Sillitoe from Inside Discovery. We manage the aggregator website whichfinancialadvisor.com. Under very different circumstances, I'm not meeting Greg Stockton, who's the director of Finsbury Associates face-to-face. Unfortunately, it's got to be via Zoom. So thank you very much for your time today, Greg. I hope you're working from home.
I am indeed, yeah, and thanks for having me, Nigel.
No, my pleasure. Really appreciate your time. Just a couple of quick questions. This is going to be a 6-minute video. So let's look at the current crisis, how your business is coping with this. And can I assume that, like you, all your advisors are working from home?
Yeah, really good question. So all of the advisors have pretty much been working remotely for, almost 3 weeks now. So we did jump on this pretty quickly. From a commercial perspective, we didn't really want the whole team down in one go, which I'm sure you can appreciate. But yeah, how are we handling it and how are we essentially pivoting as a business? I mean, we've been quite fortunate in the sense that since we opened the doors 7+ years ago, we haven't gone down the cold calling route. So most of the avenues of client acquisition and business revenue has been generated online anyway. So a lot of online seminars, a lot of webinars, and a lot of digital marketing. We've already been way ahead of the curve, I feel. We've also been in a position for around about 2.5 years now where we haven't used one paper fact find. So all the fact finding and discovery that we do with clients has all been done digitally via laptops. So the transition to go from doing that face-to-face to actually these types of Zoom interactions has been fairly seamless for a lot of the guys. They're used to using the digital fact finds. They're used to generating business via online and social media. So I feel as a business we're ahead of the curve, and I feel like we can actually work and with some of the existing clients a lot easier than maybe some others.
Obviously, people are very concerned at the moment. So what advice are you giving your clients who might have exposure to either equities, bonds, whether they be local or global? What are you actually telling people and how are you communicating?
Yeah, I mean, again, communication during these kind of periods is absolutely critical. Having, sort of lived through the 2008 crisis and 2003 with SARS and whatnot, and, seeing advisors just bury their head in the sand and hide almost, you realise how important it is just to be on top of every single client every single day and just keeping them updated. But I also think it's really important at this time as financial advisors, and I know this is going to sound a little bit strange, but not to necessarily offer too much advice in terms of what's going to happen in the markets, because that tends to be the question, well, what's going to happen with the markets? Are they going to go up? Are they going to go down? Is now a good time to buy? And I don't think there's any financial advisor out there, if they were going to admit to themselves, that knows the answer to that question. So actually at the moment, being a good financial advisor is actually just being in front of clients and really helping them understand their own emotional journey of financial planning. Asking questions such as, okay, you might have had some paper losses in your portfolio right now. How do you feel about that? Are you comfortable with it or are you not comfortable? If you're not comfortable with it, okay, are you in a position where you'd like to potentially reduce some exposure to the markets? Yes, I would. Okay, if you would like to reduce some exposure, are you also comfortable with the fact that if the markets do suddenly then pick back up again, you might potentially miss a bit of upside? Yeah, I'm okay with that. And if you go through those kind of questionings and the answer is yes, no, yes, and then actually taking some risk off the table and putting some clients into cash right now might not be a bad idea. But on the same side, if you've got clients who go, yeah, I'm comfortable, I'm happy to ride it out, then the advice would always be just stick with it. So I think you've just got to be in a position to ask your clients really good questions and understand where they're at emotionally.
Sure. Okay. And are you generating more inquiries? Because I presume people are thinking, it's time I actually upped up my life insurance, or maybe this is the time to take out critical illness. So what have you experienced over the last couple of weeks in terms of new inquiries?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've had a broad range of inquiries, ranging from people contacting us to do their guardianships for their safeguarding of children. I know it's like non-financial, but it's certainly something people are being a bit more wary of right now. Definitely from a life insurance and critical illness insurance. A lot of inquiries actually, although we've been singing the message for a while, but a lot of people now actually asking, is my life insurance that I have in the UK, is it going to cover me if something happens to me here in the Middle East? Is my critical illness going to cover me? So actually getting the answers to those questions has been quite interesting. Some people are increasing their life insurance. Again, just more of a, I haven't done it for a long time, and all of a sudden they've got time to think about it, and it's a bit of a wake-up call. So yeah, a lot of inquiries around life insurance and critical illness insurance, and certainly on the investment side as well. People are looking at, okay, well, maybe there's a lot of uncertainty in the markets at the moment, but can you help me to get to a position whereby I've got cash ready to deploy into the markets once things do start to pick up? So if that's involving opening up investment platforms or portfolio bonds, whereby the clients are actually putting cash in there ready to actually deploy, yeah, when things do start to pick up. So broad range of inquiries.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I presume if someone wants to take out a new insurance policy, it can be done digitally, because obviously a lot of insurance companies have made great strides over recent years to ensure that business can be processed online with digital signatures. So is that making your life easier, or do your advisors still have to have some face-to-face contact with a client?
Yeah, no, it's absolutely making it a lot easier. I mean, some companies are further ahead of the curve than others in terms of the life insurance providers, but most of them now, certainly this week, have kind of gone, okay, well, look, if we get in scanned copies of applications or digi-signatures, then we'll accept the business and get the clients insured. So yeah, everybody's, I guess, fast-forwarded any development plans they had about digi-signatures, and that's all starting to come through now. So it's making life a lot easier for us. But it's also making life obviously a lot easier for clients as well, which can only be a good thing.
Sure, great. And just the final question, what are the 3 recommendations you'd give anyone watching this video who might be concerned about their current situation when it comes to personal finance?
I think, firstly, make sure you're understanding what elements of the world you can control and can't control. There's a lot of people at the moment stressing about things that unfortunately is out of control, and not necessarily too much focus on what they can control. So just be mindful of that. Be mindful of where you're consuming your news from in your media. You know, I think if you put on the Daily Mail, Sky News, or any actual proper media outlet, the general message is fairly doom and gloom. But actually, if you go onto some more positive sort of social media feeds, such as LinkedIn, for example, you know, you can do 2 hours on LinkedIn and actually walk away feeling really positive about what's potentially going on. So be mindful of that. And yeah, just take the time during this period to pick up the phone to your financial advisor if you're obviously a client and you've got investments, and just ask right questions. Make sure your advisor understands exactly where your headspace is. Make sure your advisor understands, okay, why you feel the way you feel, and if you do want to execute things, if you do want to move into cash, don't be afraid to say, look, at the moment I'm just fearful and I want to move to cash, and get your advisor to execute it. So yeah, be strong in your mindset as well.
That's great. Well, I really appreciate your time today, Greg. Stay safe, and for anyone watching, hopefully you've liked this video. If you have, please remember to share and like it. So everyone, please take care of yourself, and hopefully I'll see you again soon under very different circumstances. Thank you very much.